They not finna make a whole bunch of movies to make black men, the perception of black men make it look like we them motherfuckers.
Nope.
And I will agree. I mean, I agree definitely. Like when Cat Williams said, them people know who we are. So they gotta keep their foot on our head. We the gods, nigga. Ain't nothing like us.
I got a part in a movie in 1986. I called it The Nick They Couldn't Kill. Oh. Yeah, he was supposed to be raped a white woman, and they tried to electrocute him, but it didn't work. There were some Jewish people in the audition, and I said, yeah. They said, no, it's funny. It's like they hang him and then they can't. I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. Oh. And they said, right. I said, right, that ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around my MFN neck.
Creating this world, he's allowed things to happen in different stages of leaving clues for the generations to come because technology has changed. I mean, this is where your mind has to think. You have to still look at the present day of where we are today. So that's why knowledge is power.
I know
because
exactly
if we talk this information right here, then yes, that enlightens a spiritual awakening. That enlightens everybody in the world to think of themselves as a boss. So if you think of yourself as a boss, but it's a simple fact that the people who's in the current society, they like to control so much that they don't want it to be like, okay, no, let's not go back to the old days of not having money. Let's have money and do exchangement of making people feel like they have to work to earn a certain lifestyle. But in the Bible, it says we're supposed to be given, 40-acre annual.
Which earns them more money.
But it's a simple fact that life can be way
simpler. It always earns them more money.
You know what I'm saying? It's a simple fact that life can be way simpler. So let's think it one way.
So they take you away
all
from
the
God.
unnecessary stuff. If you take away all the unnecessary stuff in the world, cars, this and that, everybody, when you wake up, you're just supposed to wake up.
None is necessary.
But I'm saying it's different. But that's what I'm saying. It's different.
They depend on it.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's how it was in the past. So going into the future, it's understanding that same mindset. It's everybody. That's why unity is important. It's taking the old and combining it with the new. So yes, we're in a new world era. Yes, everybody likes to live with the lights on, but that's why we're not supposed to be paying for the lights. Yes, as we can still have jobs basically to function as a community. Your doctors, your teacher, people who help.
You are a light
But
being.
it's a simple fact that technically if you remove the dollar value, then everybody will still be functioning as a society, but they don't want that. They don't want unity, because if we understand we all play, you know what I'm saying? That's like the positive. If we all play a part in running this world of just living here and surviving here on a day-to-day basis, then technically we shouldn't be, well, it's a possibility that now in the world we can go to work, but it's also a simple fact of like, it's not overworking or somebody telling us like, you need to show up. It's the simple fact of like, you're helping the community, whatever role it is that you want to play. But if you take away all those roles, then that removes jobs from out of certain society, which is what the government has technically created that makes us a slave to the system. Did that make sense?
But also put money in our pockets.
But that's because money is fake. That's why we can create it. That's why with them saying we're in a big debt, the truth is we're not in debt. We're just smart enough to know that we can create money. So technically, if we wanted to create money, that lessens the value of money, because if you have the knowledge to create the money, basically what would be the point of money? And then you're the richest, you're basically as rich as the next person, because technically we can print money. That's why they have rules to make it seem as if it's illegal to print money, but that's where the value of money disappear at. And if we're just living off the land every day, enjoying, then it's like money ain't nothing, because technically we don't have to go to work. When we get fired, it's like, they say it's a bad thing, but technically it's not a bad thing. But they want society to keep functioning of where we are.
So that detaches you from the system, then, right?
Right.
That detaches you from
government,
government,
that you
right?
don't have to go to work, but it's the simple fact that it's of importance for everybody to play a certain role as doctors, to a degree, basically like helping. Well, it ain't even really still living in the structure. It's just a simple fact that you have to be nurturing, you have to be caring, you have to take care of yourself, you have to eat healthy vegetables and stuff like that.
As simple as this. They destroying the land, and you supposed to take care of the land in order to live naturally, because so with them destroying the land, when they destroying the land, you can't none of us live no more. That's the biggest fight of all, bro.
But the truth
They're against
is,
nature. They not.
listen, but the truth, no, because the truth is,
If you get all your food and shit from the land,
all of it is still needed, but only some things is still needed. So everything that has been exposed to where we are, that's where unity comes in. That's saying that y'all not wrong, but we not wrong, but this is how we all best, it's a compromise. This is how we all best can still live in this world to a certain degree, because...
But that's only playing the role that you're supposed to
That's
play.
you play the role that you want to play. But
That you're supposed to play, so which is your
we're
purpose?
supposed to all have but technically, if we're supposed to all just be living off the land, then at the end of the day, when we wake up, it's what we want to do for the day and enjoying the land. There's really not no going to work or anything like that, but it's still understanding the principles that you have to basically still to survive in this land that is technically supposed to be free of ours and living off of it. If you put the work in, basically to plant seeds, to have food, to grow, then you're going to survive in this life.
But they got paperwork, documentation, they got credit card numbers, they got all kind of this shit that attaches you to their system, so you're never moving away from their system. So you in their rat race, which numbers is infinite. Niggas, come on, man, you're gonna be in that shit forever. Their whole job is to keep doing that and keep making more problems and never fix any problem. So your job is to do the opposite of and stay away from that. Just plain and simple. Like I said, so they fucked up when they integrated us together. That was never supposed to be. But that's the only way that you can infiltrate to penetrate anything is to get them together. You can't penetrate, you can't do nothing, you can't stop shit, you can't hit shit, you can't hit what you can't see. So boom, you can't do shit until you infiltrate.
So the truth of life is that we're supposed to be living here on the land for free, enjoying love, being caring, being nurturing, mating, having babies to let the generations keep.
You're supposed to conquer the land. You're supposed to create heaven on earth.
Right. So however you want to live is how you want to live, but it's not to the image of what we see on TV, because technically some things is just like illusion, like it's pointless. That's why jury is pointless.
They got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Man, you see how powerful that man was? He died at 25. Do you see how powerful the knowledge is?
But look, that's why jury is pointless, because technically we don't have to die nothing that makes us shine, because we're already dying.
Made
of
light.
Rich.
You're made of light.
So it's just a simple fact that this is just the knowledge that was given to society, that like we have to dress fly, we have to. I mean, but it gives the creativity, but then at the same.
Come on,
man.
You think Jesus wasn't fly?
It's the combining of all information.
Nigga, I bet Jesus was fly, nigga. I bet he was fly, had all kinds of secret gadgets and type it like some Batman shit.
No,
you gotta know he was.
You're estimating the past.
Superman was fly.
But I feel like there's a possibility.
Technically,
we are supposed to be living here on the land
for free.
We are supposed to be living here on the land, and technically no clothing, and one is just supposed to live. But it's the simple fact that one did gather knowledge, whether being creative or whatever it was. And
you learn lower knowledge.
That's where leaves.
That's why they said that you ate off the apple, the tree, or whatever, the tree of life. You ate the apple off the tree of life, and you are awoken to.
Like
you're awoken to good and evil. You was
was
awoken to good and evil, so therefore
people don't be woke to the evil.
You are awoken to good and evil. You know both.
Yeah,
you know the difference because you ate off the apple of the tree of life that they told you not to eat off of.
But people don't.
They was naked at first, not knowing nothing because they didn't have a lower mind. They was at a God state of mind, nature, natural. They was in.
That's what I'm saying. That's where the Bible would actually.
It paints that picture too.
But I feel like you gotta have good and evil. You know, you have to know about both.
You gotta know both. You gotta know.
You do, but actually, technically, you probably don't have to have good and evil because why is there evil? Why? I mean, well, no, that's possible.
It's not necessarily. It's not evil because it works for you in your way anyway. It works in your favor.
I mean, probably people. I mean, I don't know, but if you had everything you need, I mean, would you? I mean, life would probably. I mean, let me.
You gotta slow your mind down. You gotta slow it down.
No, because I understand, but I'm trying to make sure I'm saying it the right way to y'all, the way y'all understand.
Slow it down. Just slow it down. It's coming. It's coming out fast. I get it. You're there. You're already downloaded. You know some shit.
But I'm saying the timing of now and how important time is the simple fact that there is a new world order. Because
but can I correct you? Can I correct you on
where we're
that?
currently at and everything that we have learned that we're supposed to have clothing and all this stuff like that, it's like we're too high advanced consciously in one area but not spiritually because of what has been installed in us.
You're not conscious and not spiritual. That's not. You're not. That's not. That's not
Do you
happening.
believe the New World Order came from a whole bunch of people killing other people?
I guess to the concept that I'm understanding now of the idea going through my head, the New World Order. What you asked me again, say it one more time. It's
like, how did the New World Order come about? Was they just...
The New World Order is the truth of life. The truth of life is that we're supposed to be just living here. We're not supposed to be slaving, but it's the simple fact that the world is so advanced, meaning we have couches, we have houses, we're paying bills, we're paying for life, but we can still have these same things because of where we're at currently in society, but it gives everything a pointless value, which takes away advertisement, which take away this is all the things that's a part of the society of what we have learned to know. So if somebody wants to open up their mouth and basically tell the truth that in life, technically we're supposed to be living here on the land, then that crushes the whole system that has led us to stressing and feeling like born into poverty and I gotta take from you and steal from you, which takes away the simple fact we're supposed to just be living here. But of course, there's a possibility that it's supposed to be good and bad, meaning that for whatever reason, one due to one emotional and where we're at mentally now, like there probably was fights or things that happen, and that's why in the Bible too it talks about like different parts of certain men having multiple women and multiple babies, and because
right,
it's the population, but it's the simple fact that if you open up your mouth and tell people that the truth in the world is that we're supposed to be living here, that's going to force one light to go off in a person's head, because then a person has to wrap their mind around the simple fact that the level of society of where we're at, we're driving cars, we're going to the mall, we have grocery stores, we have technology. It's like, so how is it that we're just supposed to be living off the land? But it's because the mind is so powerful that people have gotten ideas to start being creative, which is why being creative and doing what you love is so important, because at this given time and moment of life, everybody is supposed to be doing what they love and enjoying life. It's not supposed to be stressful. That's why you have a heaven on earth. But it's the simple fact of who Satan is, the first person who decided to start a structure and wanted money to be what forces people to feel like there's a certain boundary and everybody is not as of equal.
So Satan did?
And Satan is not really a bad person. It just shows that a person is capable to think of whatever level one wants to think on. And so if somebody was sitting back watching everybody enjoy land, and somebody's like, shit, you know what, I won't run everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Satan is not a person. Satan is a lower level of what I'm talking about. Low vibrations and frequencies. It's not a person, bro.
I mean, it's an energy.
It's not. It's poor.
It's
poorly
energy, but
thinking. It's poor ways of thinking. The lowest of the low of thinking. Gods, goddesses, kings, queens, but
so
they don't think poorly. They don't have a poorly thinking mentality.
So that's where ill thinking comes in, and why we have words like mental health.
So God is consciousness. So God is all consciousness and awareness.
But everything plays
and Satan is the lowest.
Every time you say something, it comes to life.
Man, Satan is the lowest thing of thinking and poor ways of thinking, backdoor and backstabbing, all the crooked shit, the this, the that.
Intelligently.
That's
individual.
So mental health, right, is number one.
But it's the truth of life.
As I said and thought and got into years ago, that I still continue to represent and talk about, because it's all a way of thinking. Mm-hmm. Which controls it all, which the pineal gland is this and that. It's all, they're telling the whole story about you.
I always knew that the world was supposed to be ran by us instead of other corporations and people enslaved us.
Right, but okay, so boom. So they enslaved you because they enslaved you because they deceived you. They gave you, so just like
but they
it goes
also
back.
deceived my ancestors and put us all in concentration camps.
It's
and,
a trick.
And put people in psychiatric mental
It's a trick.
hospitals.
It's shit been going on for years and so on. So they call them the Circus Act.
And they destroyed all those buildings.
They call them the Circus Act because it's the circus shit and freak show that they put on.
Right, every year.
So this shit has been going on for years. That done tricked our people, ancestors, and so on. So it got a break, don't it? Because they say history and the shit repeats itself, but it only repeats itself until it's broken.
Yeah.
Right.
So you changing the cycle.
Generational curses.
Which that means that you gotta stand up and have full accountability, control, self-discipline. You got a domain. He gave you a domain. He gave you to rule over everything. The lower than the earth, on the earth, everything in the earth, of the earth, and then these fallen angels who poses as God and not of God. That's why they got kicked out of heaven in the first place, right?
Man.
Alright, so boom. I won't be deceived. I won't be, you know what I'm saying? I won't be affected by these low energies and vibrations that affect me when I'm